Hi, this is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to continue in our method book on the clarinet with line 52, four-part little star. And as you can see, there are four lines to this particular tune. There's an A line, a B line, a C line, and a D line. So we're going to focus on just the A line, and I will go ahead and show you. This goes over a couple of pages in this book. So we have our first line A, our first bracket, and then we scroll down. We've got a second line A, B, C, and D, focusing on A. And then we're going to continue to scroll to the next page. Here's our third bracket with line A, and then our fourth bracket that has line A. So we're going to go back to the first line A and start there and go over notes and rhythms and patterns. So as always, we have our treble clef at the beginning, and then we have our time signature. We are in 2/4 time. That top number tells us the number of beats per measure. The bottom number gives us the value of the whole note if we had one. So if we had a whole note, it would get 4 beats. Half of a whole is a half, and half of 4 is 2. So our half notes get 2 beats. And then half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1. So the quarter notes each get 1 beat. So now let's go through and see what we have. In line A, we start with 2 quarter note C's, so thumb, 1, 2, 3. Then we go to the next measure, 2 quarter note G's, 2 quarter note A's, which is this toggle key in the front, and then a half note G. Then we come back down our scale. We have 2 quarter note F's, which is just the thumb. Add the first finger for the 2 E's, add the next finger for the D's, and then a half note C. So I'm going to play that for you with my metronome at 88 beats per minute. And when I start each note, I'm going to start with a T sound, tip of the tongue on the tip of the reed to get a nice clear start. So if you would like to play along, that's great. Otherwise, just listen and follow along as best you can. 1, 2, ready. So that is line 1. Let's take a look. Let's scroll down and check out the second line A. If you compare the two, they are exactly the same. So we are going to move on to the third line A and see what that looks like. Okay, third line A is a bit different. So we start on 2 quarter note G's, which is open, and we come down the scale 1 note at a time. So then we have 2 quarter note F's, add the first finger for the 2 E's, 1 more finger for the half note D, and then we have that same pattern again. So let's play that. There we go. 1, 2, ready. All right. And finally, our fourth line A, I hope you notice it's just like our first 2 line A's. So let's talk about the pattern in form. So we have 4 lines. The first 2 are the same as each other, and I don't want to cause confusion, but this might be confusing. When we are talking about form, we are looking for big ideas and themes and patterns. Since the first 2 lines are the same, we would call that A. So our big idea is the first idea, and that's A for the first 2 lines. The third line is different, and because it's different, we're going to call it B. And then our final A line has the same big idea as the first 2, so we would also call that A. So our form would be A, A, B, A. And because I can't physically scroll and play all at once, I am going to try to get my face a little more out of the way. And this is what I'm going to do. Because our fourth line down here is exactly like our first two lines, I'm going to play this bottom line twice. Then I'm going to come up here and play the third line, and then I'm going to come back down here and play this fourth line one more time. All right, there's just no good way about that. I cannot figure out how to get this out of our way. So here we go. I just have to leave it alone. Okay, so let's start with the bottom, play that twice, and then come up to the third line A and then back down to the bottom. I'm going to actually dial my metronome back to 84 beats per minute. I'm going to play through all of it. I hope you can play along and follow along as best you can. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. And I hope you were able to recognize the tune as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But in this book, we are calling it 4-Part Little Star. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time.